I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. How are you guys doing tonight? So, as you notice on the top of the screen, I'm gonna get rid of that when the showcase starts, and I'm also probably gonna get rid of my tags as well. I am. This is all I'm gonna be streaming today. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be streaming some Kingdom Hearts at all tonight, but I will be streaming that soon. I promise. So, um, I'm going to be streaming Kingdom Hearts probably in the next few days or so. Like I said, I'm not too certain, but I wanted to stream about 25 minutes before this showcase started. That way we can get into what this is going to be. Uh, Maybe 1 second while I post this to Twitter. Okay. All right. So, as you see on the screen, I have predictions scrolling across the screen. Um, and we're about to find out what is going to happen. So, as you can see, I have Resident Evil 4 Remake on there because I want to preface this by saying this does not say Resident Evil Village. This does not say Resident Evil Village Showcase. This just says Resident Evil Showcase. So it's entirely possible we could be seeing something entirely different than Resident Evil Village. We could be seeing a Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay and announcement, which would be amazing. I would love to see Leon in his updated look. I would really love to see. Um, I would really love to see maybe an updated merchant. Definitely Salazar and all of them. I would love to see all of that. That would look great. I cannot wait to see all of that. Um, Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil Village release date. Obviously, why else would they? What they're gonna obviously show Village. That is like the main preface of the. That's the main play. This is the main reason why this live stream is even happening. Um, we are going to be seeing a lot, and I mean a lot, of Resident Evil Village gameplay and maybe some story bits, and hopefully a release date at the end of all of this. Hopefully being a maybe summer release or maybe October release to line up with Halloween. That'd be kind of cool. I would really love to see that. We could possibly also see. I want to know more about that. I want to know more about the vampire people, which is obviously what everyone wants to see. But I also really want to see more of that merchant. Merchant would kind of be kind of cool to see and see how Chris plays into things because the developers have said he has a more darker tone in the story this time around. We also have Resident Evil Revelations 3 rumors circling around, um, and Claire being returning as the main protagonist for that. So it could be cool to see something like that. Um, it could be cool to have that kind of announcement. I don't really know where they could go with it because I never beat Revelations 2. All I know is that Alex placed her consciousness into that little girl, so I have no idea personally. And also, my friend, also Ephraim, you know Ephraim, he also told me that there is a new multiplayer game in development aside from Resistance. Um, let me back up. Resident Evil Resistance released simultaneously. In case you don't know, it released simultaneously with um, Resident Evil Resistance released simultaneously with what was it? Resident Evil Resistance released simultaneously with Resident Evil 3, excuse me. Uh, where's the Resident Evil 3 remake, and that gave the character you gave the player control over multiple different people. And I'm really excited to see where that goes. Because like you got playable characters such as Alex, such as I was about to say Mordecai. I forget his name from 3. But it's entirely possible we could see something more of a Resident Evil Resistance. Maybe I was thinking, someone if they do announce Resident Evil 4, they'll give us one person from Resident Evil 4 to control a monster, and maybe Leon as like one of the Resistance members. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see. Um, I would really, hopefully, maybe want to see if they have different Resident Evil multiplayer games. That would be interesting to see. With everything going on, I highly doubt it though. But maybe. Let's take a look at some of the leaks that came by. Oh yeah, Resident Evil Reverse. Resident Evil Reverse mode that apparently got leaked before this event. Apparently, it's supposed to be a form of like a deluxe edition, I guess. I don't know, because it says right here, Resident Evil Village Reverse mode and deluxe edition details. So it's entirely possible Reverse mode isn't like. I'm not too sure, but it'd be interesting to see if these leaks come true, if these leaks are going to happen. Because like I don't know anything. I don't really know how like the leaks surrounding Resident Evil will go, but I'm really excited to see what's going down. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I really love this little aesthetic they have going on right here with the little baby in the center, or the little fetus, and with the wings sprouting out, with like the nest of branches. I'm not gonna lie. Also, in one of the trailers, we see a random girl holding up a lantern. I think it was in the reveal trailer during the PS5 reveal event. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. That girl reminded me a lot of the wife from Outlast 2. I know it's gonna sound weird, but I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if there's going to be like Outlast 2 kind of like references, because Outlast 2 also had to do with like random. I don't want to say vampires, but it had something to do with a cult. And what it seems to me is that Umbrella is definitely like culty in this. Like it could definitely be something random and true. Like I don't know. I'm excited to see what's gonna go down and how it's going to go down, because if everything goes according to plan, this game could really be one of the better Resident Evil games. Because Resident Evil 7, I loved Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 to me was fantastic. It scared the crap out of me when I was playing it with my brother, because we played a lot of games. Resident Evil has always been a great series in my opinion, except for a couple games in the series. I have every single Resident Evil game, and I've beaten a good majority of them. I played Resident Evil Remake, and I loved it. I loved every single minute of it. It was really good. Granted, I had to use a walkthrough because some of the puzzles in that game. What the fuck? How are you supposed to know? How are you supposed to know how to beat the puzzles in that game? I played Resident Evil Zero. Never beat it, but I think I'm close to the end. I think, but I definitely want to go back to that at some point and play through that. I played and beaten Resident Evil 2 Remake. Because that is a more definitive version of how I could play it, and not to mention Resident Evil 2, the only way I can really play it is either emulator or PlayStation Now, which is a streaming service, and fuck that, no thank you, because PlayStation Now sucks. And this is coming from like a really big PlayStation guy. I love PlayStation. PlayStation sponsored me. But I want to also say, like, Resident Evil 2 has to be one of my favorite Resident Evil games. It was really good. I watched people play the original, and the way they went about it was fantastic. They put a lot of love and blood, sweat, and tears into the remake. And I can't, I can't preface it enough. It was actually like really well made and really well done, and I'm very happy and very proud of. Excuse me. I'm very happy and I'm very proud of everyone on that team. They did fantastic. With everything going on, like it was impressive that they got that game out in time. Now the next game I played was Resident Evil. Excuse me, Code Veronica. Code Veronica I never played. I never played Code Veronica. I mean, I played Code Veronica obviously, but I never beat it because I couldn't get past the tank controls because they were really. I don't know. It was really weird going from Resident Evil games without tank controls to a Resident Evil game with tank controls. I'm gonna give it more time I'm obviously gonna give it more time. I'm gonna probably play it more, hopefully, and see how I can do. If not, then I have no idea. Resident Evil Outbreak and all those, I never played those. I've never played Operation Raccoon City because I heard those games were pretty bad. In all honesty, so I never really cared to play those games on my own time. Just want to make sure all my audio levels are good. This could probably be a little bit louder, not gonna lie. But other than that, yeah. After that, I played 5. I know there was like Umbrella Chronicles and all that, but I never played those. Because those were like on-rail shooters that I thought were only available in arcades. I'm not gonna lie, but I have no idea. Resident Evil 5, or no, yeah, no, Resident Evil 4 I played. I loved Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 was fantastic. I loved the combat. I loved the shooting. The guns felt great. I went through the game mainly with not Leon's pistol. I went through the game with like a red 9, I think it was. The red 9 that you get from collecting all like the blue emblems. And giving them to the merchant, and you get that pistol. I think that's the red 9, or the Chinese. It was like the Chinese pistol from Bioshock Infinite. I don't remember what that pistol's called in Resident Evil 4, but it was really strong. I really loved that game. It was really a good game, really strong guns, really memorable guns, really memorable ending. Because that's really, I mean, I was gonna say it's really the only Resident Evil game that ends with you blowing someone up with a rocket launcher, but that's every single Resident Evil game ever, and it's like a little inside joke, I guess, with the developers. Because literally, Resident Evil 7 doesn't end with you blowing someone up. It ends with you. It ends with you fucking shooting the Albert O1R at Evelyn and freezing her to death, basically, like cryo freezing her and breaking her apart. So it's not technically blowing her up. It's more or less calcifying her, which is weird. I played and beat Resident Evil 5. I played through that co-op with a friend of mine, and it was really fun. I had a lot of fun. Resident Evil 6 I played and beat by myself. I think I played that with my friend Efrain as well. We played through the games. It was really fun. Played through all the stories. Played through Ada's campaign. It was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Next was obviously Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7, in my opinion, was fantastic. I loved it. I could not get a hold of. I could not, for the life of me, play the game by myself. But after I've seen a few people play the beginning of the game, it wasn't that bad. I played through the rest, and it was actually really fun. A lot of good jump scares, especially that jump scare with Evelyn where she just jumps in your face on the boat when you're playing as Mia for the first time. I loved that. I loved everything about Resident Evil. I love everything about the whole story, the world, the characters. I got into the series, funny enough, when I was like 7, 8, because I think that's when did Resident Evil 4 come out? 2005. So I was like 6 or 7 when the game came. When the game, oh no, I was not 6 or 7. When the game came out, I was 6. Um, However, when I noticed or when I played Resident Evil 4, I was like 10 or 11. But I knew about it because my brother played through Resident Evil 4 on our Wii, and that was honestly really cool because it was like motion controls and it was really cool. and it was a lot of fun. I actually really liked it. Um, in all honesty, it was insane how much detail that game had for the Wii. And then I got the game when it was remastered. I got 4 and 5 when it was remastered on PlayStation 4, and played it with my friends. I played it by myself. It was so much fun. And then I got around to finally beating it when it was time for when I was doing a Resident Evil marathon back before I even started streaming or started doing YouTube. I did a Resident Evil marathon. Or I know I was after I was doing YouTube, but it was before I started. I decided just to start doing streaming. I love this game. I love this series. It is fantastic. It definitely has its ups and downs, especially with 6. But 6, in all honesty, wasn't that bad. When you're playing with friends and you get to make jokes about it, it's fun. I love it. I cannot wait for hopefully um just a bunch of. I can't wait to hopefully for this game to just blow me away with how, because it looks fantastic from what we've seen so far. From what we've seen so far, we've seen beautiful bushes, we've seen beautiful snowy regions, we've seen a beautiful, I mean, well, not a beautiful village, because that village looks like it was been terrorized and overgrown, but it looks amazing. I cannot stress enough how well this game looks and probably like just will feel, because this game is coming out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Steam. I'm probably gonna get it on Steam and PS5. Probably just PS5 because I want to probably stream it, but because my computer probably will not be able to handle that game because I don't have a that great of a computer. That's why I don't have any. That's why I don't stream much on my computer. But when I do get a better computer, I will 100% stream more PC games. I will probably rebuy Resident Evil 2, 3, 7, and 4 on my PC. That way I could play those games for you guys on Steam. That'd be pretty cool. I definitely want to hear more. Hopefully, Resident Evil 4 has to be like my favorite Resident Evil game, if not one of my favorite Resident Evil games. It varies for me because sometimes I love 7, sometimes I love 4, sometimes I really like 2, sometimes I'm in love with Remake. But I don't know. Resident Evil has always kind of been there for me in a way, which is weird. I mean, I don't know. It's just this is a game series I never thought I would be able to get into. Resident Evil definitely is more of my. I mean, I always told my friends that Outlast was my favorite horror game, but I don't know. I would have to say Resident Evil because Resident Evil is more survival horror, whereas Outlast is just straight up horror. So if I had to guess, like, yeah, Resident Evil would probably be my favorite survival horror game, but Resident Evil, or not Resident Evil, Outlast would definitely be my favorite horror game of all time. I don't know. I have so many good memories with Resident Evil. It is just a fantastic game series overall. If you guys have trouble getting into the series, just jump anywhere. You don't need to know what happened in Resident Evil Remake to understand what's going on now. I mean, technically you do, but you don't. It's filled in with the world. Like there's this guy named Albert Wesker, and he basically created the T virus. And not to mention there are also the movies. They might not be great, but there are still some really good scenes in the movie. Resident Evil Nemesis wasn't even that great of a movie, but it was funny to make fun of. I don't know. This game is just it has its fan base for everyone, especially with the movie reboot coming out soon, which basically just finished wrapping up filming a few weeks ago, even though it was just announced that it was going into production, which is crazy. There's a Resident Evil TV show which is about Albert Wesker's kids in Raccoon City, which is stupid in my opinion because I don't even really care that Wesker had a kid. I mean, because we did that before. We learned that Albert Wesker had a kid with Jake, but it still sucked. Uh, um, there's also another one with Claire and Leon. I believe in Raccoon City. I'm not sure if it's a retelling of 2, but I don't know. I have to look more up. I have to look up more info on that. With everything going on, Resident Evil seems to not be going anywhere anytime soon. Like, it has a medium in all places. there is a bunch of people like still freaking out over this game. Like, let's see. Let me go to the chat. Outbreak File 3, please Capcom, don't let us down. Like, fucking, like, will it have the National Dex Code Veronica remake? I'm so stoked. I'm okay with Surprise Dino Crisis 2, though. Outbreak or I Punched the Wall. Come on, let's go. Like, people love every outlet of Resident Evil. They love, I mean, there's this person speaking Spanish. I'm sorry, I don't understand Spanish. But, Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 get announced, as well as getting Resident Evil 1.5 in the 80% build. 80% build? I don't know what the fuck that is. 1.5? I have to look that up later. Beer. Come on, let's go. Outbreak Outbreak. Like, people love Resident Evil Outbreak, and people love... Wonder if my boy Leon will make an appearance. People love Leon. Resident Evil is rad. This is why people love Resident Evil. And it's just crazy to me. I'm gonna hide the chat just in case someone says something inappropriate. But I'm gonna hide the text. I'm gonna hide my image. If you haven't already, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Soon I will be making more Resident Evil content and more Resident Evil gameplay videos and streams. Soon, please follow me on there, and also follow me on Twitter at SoraIncarnate, so that way you guys can know when I go live and what memes I will share next. So. Let's do this. We got 5 minutes left. But in all honesty, I'm excited. Resident Evil seems to be one of those series that, like I said, it has its medium. Everyone loves it. And we have 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So people know what's going to go down. This game will look incredible. It's definitely not gonna. It's definitely not gonna be a cyberpunk. I'll tell you that, guys. It's definitely not gonna be a cyberpunk. Mainly because it is gonna be cray cray. I am excited to see what will happen and how this will affect the rest of the series. Oh my god, come on, baby. Oh, sorry. Thought I heard something. Alright, so, with Resident Evil, like, it's just, it's gonna be great. This game is gonna be great. Especially it's a continuation with Ethan's story, and with Chris presumably killing Mia. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, Ethan obviously is married to Mia, as we see with him opening a door, and he has a wedding ring on his left hand, or I think it's his left hand. Yeah, no, it's his left hand. Everything just going down. It's going to be insane to see how many people will either hate or love this game. Because every Resident Evil game is very divisive. People love the third-person survival horror Resident Evils. People love the first-person survival horror Resident Evils. And I think Capcom knew that. Their fans were very divisive, because when the beginning hours of 3, not even the beginning hours, the beginning minutes of 3, or seconds, depending on how fast you get into Jill's bathroom, it's a first-person game. It is a first-person game, and Capcom had to know that people loved the series. Love the first-person aspect, so they gave you a little taste of what Resident Evil would look like in first-person. But they wanted to stay to their roots. They wanted to stay to the third person, because it's a remake. It's not like it's a re-release. It's a remake. They wanted to make sure you had an understanding of what was going to happen. So they went with it. They went with the third person aspect of the game, and people loved it. They didn't love it fully because the game was too damn short, but they loved it nonetheless. And that's really all that matters. Resident Evil is a game for everyone, and I love this series no matter if it's third person, first person, doesn't matter to me. If it's first person, that's amazing, because That means we get some more VR content, if you know what I mean. But seriously, I loved Resident Evil VR. I loved everything about it. Everything about it was fantastic. Audio levels are good. But it's great. With everything going on, I highly doubt that it's impossible for them to not do that. With everything going on, Resident Evil first person would be perfect. Resident Evil first person, they have so many opportunities to make perfect, like, good looking assets, so because when you're in third person, it's always far away camera angles. And with that, it's just crazy. It really is. It's really upsetting that it's like just insane. So I don't know, guys, but definitely when it comes down to this, they're sticking to the first person routes for this little set of trilogies, or this little set. I mean, when I say trilogies, I meant trilogies because every Resident Evil game has like maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 games in a series before they decide to go full on, like, different things. Because the first set of Resident Evil games were all fixed camera angles. The second set, 4, 5, and 6, were third person. And also, 7, Village, and presumably Resident Evil 9 will be first person. Oh, but we got stuff going on, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, baby. Check audio levels one more time. That definitely could be a little louder. Alright.
Hey everyone, thank you so much
Let's
for joining
do this.
us today, and welcome to our Resident Evil Showcase. I'm your host, Brittany Brombacher, here to give you a closer look into what Capcom has coming up for the Resident Evil franchise. We'll be kicking things off with some brand new content and an exclusive first look at Resident Evil Village gameplay that you do not want to miss. So without further ado, let's get started.
Let's go, baby! Alright, come on. Let's do this.
Hey, think positively, alright? We talked about this.
Me as
I know.
we have a baby. They have a baby.
I can talk about anything else.
We have a baby.
heralds danger. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg.
So they know about
Because he is
Ethan.
in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I
I'm gonna lower
and
this
has
down.
already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him. No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down.
So Ethan is important to a ceremony? This is going to be so good.
Someone
Look at the
please tell me,
mansion.
what the hell is going on here?
The place is full of nothing but blood and death.
There we go. It looked like it was skipping earlier, but now it looks like it's fine. Ooh! What the hell? Whoa! Ethan's baby!
Well, Ethan Winters. There you are.
No, thank you. Resident Evil Village. That was good. That was really, 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 really good. And I'm excited. I'm excited.
Who the fuck are you? Let's see what you're really made of. Ethan Winters.
That's Troy Baker. Troy Baker's in Resident Evil. Woo! That looked like a guy from Bloodborne. I'm not gonna lie. Resident Evil showcase.
That was amazing, but I still have so many questions. Like, when can I pre-order this thing? Perhaps producer Pete Fabiano has some answers for us.
Yes, 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 yes!
See what he has to say.
Let's go, come on!
Hey everyone.
Hey, Pete.
I'm Pete Fabiano, producer on Resident Evil Village. When we first announced Resident Evil Village back in June, we only mentioned PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. I'm happy to announce we've been working hard to bring the survival horror experience onto current generation consoles as well.
Huh?
Resident Evil Village
Yes!
will also be coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Okay,
Day and date
good,
with next gen.
good.
The PS4 version can be upgraded for free
Okay.
to the digital PS5 version. And the Xbox One version gives you free access to the game on Xbox Series X through Smart Delivery.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Also my pleasure to tell you exactly when you can get your hands on it.
Come on, please!
Resident Evil Village will be available worldwide on May 7th, 2021, with pre-orders kicking off today.
That is so
Alongside the standard edition, we have a few other options for the game. First, we have the Digital Deluxe Edition, available on all platforms. Players will be able to heighten their survival horror experience with extra content,
What?
including in-game items that call back to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. There's also a collector's edition for consoles that includes all the deluxe edition content, as well as a striking figure of Chris Redfield.
Dude, that looks
a
so
steelbook case,
good!
poster, and art book. And for those of you who haven't played the previous entry, we have the Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil
What?
Biohazard bundle. This lets you get your hands on the award-winning RE7 while you wait for Resident Evil.
That's so good!
Pre-order any of these editions, and you'll be able to get your hands on both the Mr. Raccoon weapon accessory and their survival resource pack, which will offer additional support during the first few hours of gameplay. Finally,
That's so
digital
good!
pre-orders from the PlayStation Store will receive an exclusive Resident Evil Village mini soundtrack.
Okay. That's so good!
I've been waiting for this. I know you've been waiting for this. It's time for the world premiere first look at Resident Evil Village gameplay. Alongside this first look, we have Pete Fabiano back to offer some insights as well.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby! World premiere.
Now we're here to give you an exclusive first look
At the Resident Evil Village gameplay. Looks normal. Looks about the
Just like in
same as Resident Evil 7.
Biohazard, you'll be taking control of Ethan Winters. You'll make your way from the village to the castle.
What is that?
Players will need to get in and search for their kidnapped daughter. As you've noticed by now, Resident Evil Village keeps the first
So,
person
okay, so the
perspective.
game is you looking for your daughter.
We think it really draws players into the detailed world we've created.
Ethan's still married. Okay, come on, come on, come on. This looks so beautiful. Is it still in 1080p 60? It is. Okay.
You'll
This
see a
doesn't
lot
look
of
like
those little details come to life here.
This
The
looks
team put a ton of
amazing.
effort into creating a truly authentic feel.
It looks like they took inspiration from the Spencer
From
Mansion.
art design to technology, everything ties in great and creates some beautiful visuals.
Hell yeah! Really nice little gold aesthetic. Not gonna lie. Okay, I'm done dealing with this Marguerite
Now
bullshit.
it's time to meet some of the castle denizens. As you'd expect, a warm welcome's not really what's in store for Ethan.
Oh, they're bats. Never mind. Oh god, hi! No, thank you. No, thank you! Ah! Ah!
Man blood.
No! No! Yo, she is tall!
Let's take a look at him. Well, well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you?
Who is her little
Let's
brother?
see how special.
Jack? Who is she talking about?
Shifting gears a bit, we're finally going to show off some combat.
So no more story. So we're going back. We're going straight into combat. Creepy as fuck. I love it.
It's not just about shooting. Guarding will also be an important part of the game.
Ooh, you can shoot weapons out of their hands. Guarding's still the same. You can push enemies away with like a counter grab. We got shotguns. The little icon's still there for you to pick up a
Each
weapon,
type of
probably
enemy
ammo.
has their own distinct way of fighting.
What the
So you'll
fuck
need to
is
change
that
your strategy
thing?
to defeat them.
Okay, so there's different weapons do different things on enemies. Obviously, there's
Everyone
stun.
knows what to do with red barrels, right?
Shoot it.
Some
Inventory
of you will
looks
remember a similar management system
more
in
like Resident Evil 4.
4.
Yeah.
This time around, we've added crafting, which allows you to
Well,
create
that was in the
items
first
such as
game, right?
first aid and ammo.
That was in the first game, wasn't it? Or 7?
There's also an
Ooh.
assortment of weapons to find.
Wait
and
a minute,
utilize
that wasn't in
throughout
the game? Now we have a sniper rifle? Well, it looks like this game is actually trying to make you seem like far away combat's where it's at. The merchant!
Waiting for you, Mr. Winters.
How do you know my name?
Who are you?
Anyone has heard of the likes of you.
The merchant makes a return.
Yeah!
This time he's known as the Duke. You'll be going
Okay.
to him to buy and sell weapons, amongst others.
A weapons attached case.
The director wanted to give him a unique look, and you'll often find him in different situations each time you encounter him. He's an interesting fella.
Yeah, so what's the currency here? Is it
Smash away
money?
with your trusty
Or
knife.
is it like something
There's
like
plenty of items
trade?
to find in your trap.
Got an herb. That's blood.
Wait, do you hear that?
No.
And we've also got extra objectives outside of the main one.
Yeah!
Of course, it goes without saying that there'll be plenty of puzzles to solve.
Oh,
for
why do
players
the
to move
statues have
forward.
tits?
Oh, and
Oh.
plenty of surprises to keep you on your toes.
Not a fan of that. Stop it! Stupid bats. Oh! Oh, come on!
I haven't cut open a man in a while.
Oh! Nowhere is safe! Yes! Survival! We have to run and hide! You can't kill them!
Well, that's one way to end the video. Now that we've shown you what's in store for Resident Evil Village, let's take a look at the exclusive PlayStation 5 demo.
PlayStation 5 demo? Wait. Is there a demo available right now on PlayStation? Is this available to play? Like public
In
demo?
this demo, players won't be playing as Ethan, but as a character we're referring to as
Maiden. Like,
Unlike the actual game, this experience doesn't feature combat or even blocking.
what? Oh. So there's no combat to this demo. Maiden demo. Which they're gonna update it to other people. How much you wanna bet?
We're hoping to have players get a real feel for the visuals and audio as they take the maiden on her journey to find a way out of the castle. And you can download the exclusive demo
Yes!
on PlayStation 5.
Woo! Yes!
We want many people as possible to get a chance to play. So we'll have a separate new demo available on all platforms, ready for sometime this
PlayStation 5 exclusivity, bitch! Fuck you! Yes!
This year marks the 25th anniversary of the Resident Evil franchise, with the very first game releasing in Japan back on March 22nd, 1996.
Where's this going? Where's
Since
this
then,
going?
The series has expanded well beyond the realm of video games. From toys and board games, to CG movies, to live-action Hollywood films, Resident Evil has become a cultural icon. Resident Evil continues to offer surprises around every corner, so let's pass it along to producers Yoshi Konda to hear more
Please,
about what you
please, Resident Evil 4
in
remake.
2021.
That's all I care about. Resident Evil 4 remake, please.
Earlier this month, we started inviting players
Whoa, what
to
the
join
fuck?
a closed beta test. The test won't happen until later next week.
It's the
But
stream. It's the
I
stream
wanna
on their
use
end.
this chance to reveal more details. With the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil coming on March 22nd, we are excited to celebrate this milestone with our fans.
What's going on,
Last
guys?
September, we showed off a piece of key art
Showcasing-
some of Resident Evil's iconic characters to start the celebration.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I'm happy to announce what was behind
Remakes?
that. Let's take a
Re-releases?
look.
Re-releases? Re-releases! What's going on? Cell-shaded look. What the hell is this? Leon? Leon! What? Reverse Resident Evil. What is this? It's like a little multiplayer shooter. This is cute. It's like a little comic book style. That's actually really cute. What? Reverse Resident Evil.
Reverse is one of the ways we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the franchise, showcasing so many of the characters that fans love. It'll be available for free to anyone who purchases Resident Evil Village. So be sure to follow the Resident Evil social channels for the latest
So it's like
news.
Resistance. When you pre-ordered Resident
And
Evil 3,
check
you get
out the
that
official
for free.
website for even more details.
Okay. World premiere.
On behalf of Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft, congratulations to the Resident Evil team on their 25th anniversary. We can't wait to get our hands on our Reverse. For the occasion, we are bringing the celebration to the game Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Division 2.
For a limited time, you will be able to collect some of the iconic outfits and items from the original Resident Evil trilogy. Everyone that logs in during the event will get Leon Kennedy's Raccoon Police Department outfit as a warm-up. Now let's have a look at some of these.
I don't care about the Division 2 at all. I don't care. That's just me personally. I just don't care. But it's cool for people who like the game. Like, you can get the Stars outfits. You can get RPD. Hunk's outfit. That looks really cool. I mean, good for you guys. For people who play Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. Hello everyone. I'm Capcom's Resident Evil animation producer, Hiroki excuse me, I'm so sorry. Let's talk about Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, the 3D CG animated film announced last year. CGI animated film announced last year. The story focuses on the favorites Claire and Leon. So, set a few years after Resident Evil 4, we find Leon looking in a sharp in a suit, getting caught up in another zombie outbreak. The film will be available worldwide on Netflix, so please check it out on release. So, okay, so that movie's gonna be on Netflix.
Wow,
okay.
A lot's been happening, and I hope you enjoyed watching. But if you missed anything along the way, don't worry. Keep an eye on the Resident Evil social channels and official website, which will be sharing everything from today's show. As a quick reminder, Resident Evil Village is available for pre-order starting today for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4,
thank God I didn't pre-order.
Xbox Series X,
I mean, to be fair, thank God I didn't pre-order. I was gonna pre-order Persona, but thank God I didn't.
Owners get a sneak peek through downloadable content available worldwide starting today.
Okay.
It has been an absolute honor to celebrate the amazing Resident Evil leading up to its 25th anniversary with all of you across the globe.
That's cool.
I'm your host, Brittany Brombacher, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
You know what? That's about what I expected. In all honesty, that's about what I expected. 20 minutes of just Resident Evil, like just that's it. Just Resident Evil. That's honestly about what I expected. In all honesty, I'm really excited to see what well, people are pissed because nothing was confirmed. But that's GameSpot. No one cares. So we're gonna start discussing what I saw there. What I saw was a lot of fun stuff. From what I enjoyed, from what I saw rather, it looked really good. We saw a lot of stuff. I basically pointed out some stuff in the trailer, but there's really not much else stuff we could either really see. It looked like that. What's it called? It looked like that. What's today? Oh, this was like the 14th or something. I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Whatever. But definitely Resident Evil Village looks to be shaping up really well. I'm really excited to see where this other stuff is going. This definitely is going to be an interesting game. With what the fuck? No one cares about your Texas Ranger bullcrap.
Hey,
Anyway,
now. Think positively, all right?
they have a baby. They have a daughter.
We talked about
So
this.
that's really cool. We see more of the village, which looks really nice. The mansion looks really nice. This is obviously in the, like, you're looking through the mirror or a window, spying on her, who seems to be, like, in trouble if she doesn't kill Ethan. Boobs. Anyway, but that's really it. And her daughters, I'm assuming are like the 3 or maybe literally 4 daughters, that we saw come at Ethan in the beginning of the gameplay trailer, or like towards the end of the gameplay reveal trailer. It looks incredible. I'm excited to see what is shown
The
more.
place is full of nothing but blood and death.
This Mia again is sounding probably sort of psychotic again, like Evelyn is having some sort of hold on her body, even though it doesn't make any sense considering Evelyn's out of her body and killed. So we don't know, but this game looks incredible. It can be very
Who the fuck are you?
The "Who the fuck are you" line is basically the tagline
Let's
for
see what you're
all
really
of Resident
made
Evil.
of. Ethan
Troy Baker's character seems to be interesting. He wields a gigantic hammer, and he seems to be probably with the werewolves of the game, which looks to be interesting. Which is like he looks like a guy out of Bloodborne. I made a reference to, so that's gonna be interesting to see.
Where's the hero?
We got the merchant
Last time we
back.
spoke, he was
I
taking
really
down the
saw
most
that, so we're
notorious
gonna
prank
check out
robbers of the last
Reverse.
century.
We're gonna check out Resident Evil Reverse. If I can find the trailer for that, let's just go to Resident Evil. See what trailers thing. They don't have the trailer up yet, unfortunately. There it is. Thank you. NRM Gaming HD. This trailer is very like, it looks kind of comic booky, cell shaded, interesting multiplayer game. With Leon, Claire, Ada, looks like Mr. X, we got Jack, we have Jill, we have, what looks to be, Chris over there, Chris in the background. This is the Welcome Leon, area in the RPD. We have Ada over here shown, or not Ada, that's Jill, excuse me. Claire, in the hallway where you found the liquor, she shoots you with like a grenade, you explode, and I guess if you explode and you keep dying, you turn into like one of the villain or one of the monsters. Like right here, Leon turned into Nemesis, so it's entirely possible that if you keep doing that, you can get Nemesis, and someone turned into, you kill them enough, someone turned into Jack. You can play as Hunk. I don't remember who this is. This is Mr. X, I think. No, this is Nemesis with the claw arm. Never mind. And then, you know, you can do a bunch of kills. It looks like that this game will be online, and it is free with a pre-order of Resident Evil Village, so that's going to be interesting to see. I can't wait to see what this game has in store for us more later on. We have a release date of Resident Evil Village for May, May, I forget the release date already. March, I think? March 7th? Yeah, 2021, May 7th, excuse me, May 7th, 2021. I'm really excited for that. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of the stream. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you guys did, please be sure to give the stream a follow. That way you guys can stay up to date on what I do and what I will stream next. I'm probably going to also do a couple of Resident Evil streams because I'm riding on the hype of Resident Evil. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next stream. Please make sure to follow me on Twitter at Sora Incarnate, and also Sora Incarnate at YouTube, because I really want to make you guys subscribe to me. Please, I'm lonely. Anyway, take care, everybody, and have a wonderful rest of your day.